the end of suffering. It's real easy. Stop abusing yourself. When you stop abusing yourself, you stop abusing others. Making abuse a religion, making abuse a form of government, making abuse, what is this? I don't consent to this. This I don't agree with. This isn't my reality at all. What you got to do right now is people are choosing every single moment. And that's why there's this sense of urgency. We have to do it now. And not have to, you get to. You don't have to drag the past into your now. Because when a person desires the future, they're coming from their memory, the past, of what they've been told is possible and who they are. That's not true. Mm-mm. So the key in this urgency is to get more, the more you experience yourself, not the mind, not the thoughts, not something taking your attention, but actually who you are, then the more you're there. And what I use is a breathing process. I've used other processes, like you could sit like with your eyes closed and see it like a blank chalkboard. And when thoughts come by, just let them float by. You could do that to keep bringing you back, so you're just seeing the blank chalkboard. A green one or a blackboard like that. And that worked to help me still my thoughts. But what really helped is to understand, not understand, but to know and realize where these thoughts are coming from and what these thoughts are doing. And then the suffering comes from these thoughts. And that we believe these words and take on these emotions that are like, I'm not good enough emotion, guilt emotion, I'm bad emotion, I made a mistake emotion, I'm a failure emotion, I'm better than others emotion, I hate you this is, it's in the Vedas, in the Puranas that I like to study so much, that the, it's like the consciousness, we're not the body. And until you realize you're not this physical body, then you identify yourself as the body, and then the body's going to die. So you think you die, and then you think you're born, and then you gather your stuff because you're trying to get happy, because you're making yourself miserable by false identification. So it's an identity crisis. There's a continual suffering, conflict, and everything within the self. And it's the self battling the self. You see, we've turned against ourselves, eating ourselves, cannibalizing ourselves through the mind, through these thoughts. We say, well, what do I do? You got to notice that you're already that it's happening. That these thoughts, where are they coming from? Have you examined them? Have you noticed why are you believing them? Where did they come from? What are they going to do if I do that? And wait, they say, well, somebody else will do it. It's just you and your God, your divine presence that we all are in common with, but you are an individual choosing, in a sense, whether you're going to live in divine pleasure or torture yourself in a dualistic reality where you have lost. And this is what we've done in the mind. We've forgotten or lost or pretended to be someone or something other than who we really are. We identify ourselves with the roles that we play. We identify ourselves with the body type, the color, the party, all of these false identities. And then they get threatened and we suffer. The end of suffering is the moment you stop abusing yourself and you stop abusing others and animals. And just take back your humanity, your beingness. Yes. And that's our work, is to be and know and activate and realize our divine true beingness, nature. End of suffering. Stop those words, meaning, these concepts, these beliefs. Self-abuse. That means we have to give ourselves permission to feel good. And then to then act in harmony with our own true divine nature. So every aspect of us is all synced together, like all the pieces of the Stargate come together, click, 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 clink, clink, ding, to fully activated divine being. Yeah. They don't suffer. Doesn't exist. There is no evil in the universe. It doesn't exist. Inherent. Yeah, not inherent. Yeah, there are entities up to evil doings. And there's the worst evil is the one that we are contemplating in our own mind. The demons we make up in our own mind against ourselves. Yeah, our work. This is my work. This is what I do. This is I offer retreats and where I work with mentoring or counseling and all of this and teaching is that giving yourself that time to be with yourself in nature and in truth and that which is the most empowering possible. Then you got to deal with it. To stay centered, even like the eye of a cyclone, and strong in yourself. And now you get to witness and experience the divine magic and mysticism and beauty and love of nature and Mother Earth and all the elements in this great happening now that's going on. That's why the urgency is now you're choosing. Choose it. The best. The most glorious. Yes. Your true divine nature. Fully realized. Now.